really about understanding people and who they are, how they work best, and then being able to coach and support and help them be able to contribute in their role the best they can based on tailoring my feedback, my approach to being their leader, their supervisor, based on who they are, and recognizing that, yes, like your life experience informs those things. And so those that have had longer careers often approach things differently or may have other mindsets. So the first thing I do in any role or organization that I'm new to, or when I have new people who join my team, is learn more about them and about those experiences and how that shapes how they want to work with one another and with those on the team and with me. So that way I'm best able to support them. And also recognizing, like, even if it's different than what my approach would be, it has value, and to validate that for them. And as much as I can, to be able to have that two-way flow of being able to then share my preferences or how I'm most comfortable as a leader and as a colleague, and then to be able to both tailor our own approaches to one another so we can both succeed in the best way possible.
So with me being with the organization for such a long time, you tend to become an expert, right? And when new people come to the college and they're, expressing their ideas, I would have this opinion, no, we already did that, been there, done that, and probably about 15 years ago, I really had to learn that I needed to stop and I needed to let other people express their opinions, and I needed to process. Because 9 times out of 10, the next day after I processed whatever concept they may have been bringing up to me, I was like, oh, I think we could do that way, but 20 years before, I would have just said, no, we're not doing that. So now when I'm dealing with, different managers, because at my age, I'm dealing with a lot of different age groups. I'm dealing with people who may be older than me. The majority of the female managers that I'm managing are younger than I am. And, they've had different experiences. They, had a different balance in their life when they were growing up. So now I have really found that whenever I'm dealing with different managers of different age groups, I just need to sit back and I need to listen and I need to take in what they're saying to me, absorb it, come back the next day and have a conversation about it. The answer may still be no because of XYZ. I've learned I need to give the why. Here's why we can't do it, but maybe we could put a different spin on it. Or yes, we're gonna give that a try. I live by a philosophy that a bad decision is better than no decision. And I can always fix a bad decision, but I can't fix the no decision because then we've probably already missed our opportunity. So in doing that with a lot of the managers, or females in general that I come in, contact with a lot, they appreciate that I step back, and then I take that moment and really absorb what they're saying. So I feel, I'm hoping that I'm instilling that in them, that, when they're now raising up the ranks and dealing with, staff or other managers, that they also are taking that moment, to absorb what they're saying.
That's great. I really echo a lot of what you're saying, Lindsey and Doreen, just about the personalities and what experiences that people have had in their past, as well as, you mentioned it in a roundabout way, your vote counts twice sometimes when you're the manager, but how do you communicate that and I think taking a step back is fantastic. I know in my role here at the college as a career services coordinator, really working with students who are, especially female students who are not just younger than me, but older than myself as well. And taking the time, as you mentioned earlier, Lindsey, to really learn people's stories and their perspectives. And I think one of the pieces that has helped me in that role and helping guide and navigate individuals is taking a look and saying, what are your strengths? Everybody comes to the table with their own set of strengths, with their own set of goals as well. Their end goals might not be the same as mine, whether that's, personal or professional. And how can I help someone facilitate through that? And I think, our roles as leaders, especially female leaders, is to help other female leaders navigate through that. We have our own experience to lend that perspective of, we've walked this path, while everybody's path is different. We don't always need to recreate the wheel either. And that's our job as mentors.
Yep. And then I think just to piggyback off of all your points that you've all made, great points, is that we're talking about here just progressive thinking. I think Doreen hit the nail on the head. Typically, in the past, you might say, or have a propensity to say, this isn't going to work because I've been here forever and I know how it's going to be received. But, I think women are coming in from different places, different perspectives, different schemas. They're asking different questions. And yeah, the answer may still be no. But what that thinking process did was that it created an additional learning opportunity. And really the silver lining was it allows you to ask more questions, perhaps the right questions to solve different problems.